Yo, what is going on, guys? Let's jump straight into it. Prismatic Evolutions and Journey Together pre-order is an absolute mess, okay? But let's not add fuel to the fire because honestly, I think that it is a hype train right now, okay? The pull rates are atrocious for Prismatic, okay? Most people are never going to see those evolution cards, and if they do, they're going to pay a hefty premium for it, either the singles or the sealed product. Another thing that I want to put out there is that a lot of people get the sense that like they're not going to be able to find Prismatic anywhere. Now, maybe this is just me, just my luck. I even had a GameStop that closed nearby recently, but the other one is getting Prismatic, and they were even kind enough to basically let me know that like, hey man, like we're definitely going to be doing limits, but we are going to be getting a lot of Prismatic in. On top of that, I'm going to get 2 boxes at least that will be set aside so that I can grab them. And I don't even know if I really want those 2 boxes. Prismatic is a no-brainer set. We know that Prismatic is a no-brainer set. It's got the evolutions. People are going crazy. They don't have the distaste for Terra Crowns that I have. I feel like the masses really don't mind the Terra Crowns. And honestly, for all of the evolution artworks, the Terra Crowns are somewhat of an afterthought, okay? The artwork itself is beautiful, but not with all the hype, not with the price points that are going to be coming out swinging for these cards. I think yesterday the Prismatic Umbreon was at like 4,000. It might be at, I don't even want to say this because it's probably not factual, but I think someone said in our group that it went up to like 10,000. Maybe a lot of shill bidding going on, people placing bids that they don't intend to actually pay for. That happens a lot on eBay, and it's something to be aware of, especially with Modern, especially with hyped up sets and cards like this. Now, Prismatic, I think, is a no-brainer play as far as like sealed collecting goes, even though I still think sealed collecting and investing will have its own cons and downfall down the road, because I think people are going to get more savvy with, you know, there's the pack scanner for anything that is pre Scarlet and Violet, which is insane. Now you can just scan the pack 1 pack at a time. There's that tech. There's the tech with the CT scanner, people being able to scan boxes and probably cases down the road. Like, guys, it's going to get worse. So I would definitely caution going really heavy into sealed investing. There's always going to be a value to it. There's always going to be people that just want the boxes. They don't even care what's inside. I'm a collector of those type of things. I like to have the boxes just for the history itself. It's the same reason that I really love collecting theme decks. But anyways, Prismatic Evolution, it's going to be a slam dunk. If you can get the product, go for it. You'll be able to scalp it with no issue whatsoever. But like, there are so many plays to make in this hobby. There's no point in freaking out over a set and everybody continuing to pour gasoline on that fire. Like, yes, it's a mess, but it's nothing that we haven't seen before in Pokemon. Time and time again, we've seen these really hyped up releases and bubbles, and we've seen things simmer back down. Crown Zenith is a perfect example. And people may say Crown Zenith is not even relatively in the same universe as Prismatic. But when Crown Zenith was being leaked, people were going insane. Everyone was hyped up about Crown Zenith. There were all these incredible Galarian galleries. Crown Zenith is still an incredible set, but they printed it into the ground. And again, they may be operating with a whole new strategy and creating that artificial scarcity that everyone seems to be hinting at and talking about. But personally, I don't think Pokemon would want to leave a bunch of money on the table when they know how hot this set is going to be, and they know that everybody and their grandma is going to want to get a box. But I am here to say that I haven't even gone looking for it, but already my GameStop one store has let me know that they are getting product in. There's a good chance that if I went to every GameStop in this area, even some of the ones that are a little further out, and asked them, hey, I'm a big time collector. I really want to get into this set. Can I put my name down, and can you please set aside 2 products for me to pick up? There's the binder collection, which I might even throw that binder collection up here right now just as proof to you guys, for those of you that don't believe me, that there is going to be product coming into retail. And if it's going to GameStop, it's going to be going to Walmart, it's going to be going to Target. You are going to have a chance to get Prismatic Evolutions. So don't let it ruin your day that you're not able to get in on a pre-order, or, you know, the prices are being scalped. You are going to have a chance at this set regardless, I think. Okay, now that we're done with Prismatic Evolutions, because I'm getting really sick and tired of hearing about Prismatic Evolutions and how crazy it's gonna be, clickbaity YouTube stuff. But anyways, it's what's relevant. It's what people want to talk about. They want to hear opinions, and I'm giving you my opinion. The set is good, but it's not that good. And I don't think it's worth people going crazy over. I still put a lot of emphasis on that Surging Sparks Latias. I still think that that card is going to be one of the champions of Scarlet and Violet. I really like that card. My friends will tell me, Orion, you just really like the Latias EX. But I really believe in that card. I really believe in the artwork that it represents. And the Pikachu is also in that set. So Surging Sparks, I feel like, is still somewhat of the banger set that people are going to quickly forget about because of Prismatic. And even though Surging Sparks is being kind of scalped right now and we're seeing inflated prices of that, I said a couple days ago that I was also able to find the jackpot of products hitting the restock shelves at Walmart and Target for Surging Sparks. So it is going to be out there, and I believe the same thing will happen with Prismatic. So don't lose your marbles over it, guys, because you are going to have a chance to get this set. Okay, moving on to Journey Together, my thoughts on Journey Together and the whole pre-order dilemma, people getting really upset about not being able to get product. Product is unavailable. Everything is burning down to the ground. People are guys, it's just another Pokemon set. And it is going to release, and it is going to be hype, and then we are going to get waves and waves and waves of product even into this next era. Even throughout this entire next era, we're still going to be we're going to be seeing randomly Surging Sparks. We're going to be seeing randomly Prismatic Evolutions. I'm calling this now because we've seen it, right? I'm saying this based on history repeating itself time and time again. Unless Pokemon is completely changing strategies, right? All these people that get distribution are saying that they are, that they have the key to that information and that you can't possibly just speculate on this stuff, even though most of us have just been speculating on it for a long time and will continue to. But I personally speculate, my theory is that we're going to see more and more product hit the shelves. Into the next era, we're going to see stuff keep coming in the same way that, and they printed very heavily with Scarlet and Violet, so it might not be the same, but the fact that I was still able to pick up 2 Paldea Evolved ETBs when the end of an era is here is just crazy to me, and it's a perfect example that there's still going to be product out on the shelves. Now granted, you're going to pay more if you're buying this stuff at retail, but sometimes it's just easier for me to pick up stuff at retail. So I'm letting everybody know you'll probably have a chance to find that kind of product into the next era, even if you can't get it now. Now, Journey Together, people are going crazy about this pre-order. Looking at the set so far, it's very exciting. That Reshiram artwork, some of the other illustrations, I think there's a Zacian illustration that looks really cool, but I don't see the hype in the set quite yet. Now, granted, there's going to be more stuff that gets released. I was an idiot and I sat out on Surging Sparks, and that was a mistake. That was definitely a mistake. I should have gone hard into buying some cases of Surging Sparks because I love the set. But hey, I think also there's tons of singles out there, so you can buy all the cards you want without having to pull anything. You'll probably save a lot of money doing that. In this hobby, a lot of the times buying singles is the way to go, whether you're grading or collecting for a binder. Trying to chase those cards and pull them yourself usually does not fare well. For anybody that's new to collecting, I'm telling you this now so you don't have to go through what I went through with a lot of these sets. Man, I bought so much Brilliant Stars when that set came out. I was buying it everywhere to pull that chase card. And eventually, I did end up pulling the alternate art Brilliant Stars Charizard V, which was one of my hypest openings. Like, I'm so stoked that I pulled that card myself. But I was definitely losing hope, and it was at the very end of my pack supply, pretty much. But all those were purchased at retail. I did pull the chase card. And I have, I have a case of Brilliant Stars as well, but, or do I? I might not have a case of Brilliant Stars. I might only have a couple booster boxes. But anyways, I think that Journey Together is not that strong of a set right now. And granted, we didn't feel like Scarlet and Violet base set was that great of a set either. history tends to repeat itself. Usually the base sets are very lackluster, and then the next sets get a little bit better. The sets following get a little bit better. In this case, in Scarlet and Violet base was not bad, but it was just printed to oblivion, okay? The cards, honestly, are great in Scarlet and Violet base. The Gardevoir EX is awesome. The Miraidon, the Corridon, I love those a lot. The Great Tusky X, really some cool cards and some cheap, undervalued SIRs in that set. But then they came out swinging with the second set with Paldea Evolved, which even at the time, people didn't think Paldea Evolved was really all that great. And then boom, Tyranitar goes up in value, Raichu goes up in value, Iono becomes an afterthought, and the Magikarp becomes the prize, the crown jewel of Paldea Evolved. So like, things can happen, things can switch up, but I do think that this upcoming generation, one of the better sets is not going to be the base set. And I wouldn't go crazy with like paying above the current retail prices on it right now. I would wait to see what happens with this next base set. If you really got to have it, go for it. It's really cool that we are getting into the whole theme of having tag team, partner cards again. That feature, the trainer and the Pokemon, or even two Pokemon. I think that that's really, really cool, and I think that we could see something with Gym Heroes, Gym Challenge-esque type of themed set coming up after this. The thing that I want people to keep their eye on is the prize, which is, I think, Glory of Team Rocket. I think that set is going to be the one that people really got to prepare for. And also, just like 151, I think that the Glory of Team Rocket, I think they're going to print that set like crazy. People are going to see it everywhere. It's going to lose its luster and its value. And then out of nowhere, those cards are going to explode in value. I really think that the Glory of Team Rocket will be the highlighted set that really makes this next era that good. But for right now, Prismatic, a little overhyped. Terracrown Evolutions aren't my thing. Do I think it's a no-brainer? Buy and sell? Sure. If you can find product, which you will be able to, you can buy and sell that. They might even print it to oblivion. I would love to see that happen. I would love to see them do it. They've done it so many times. Yeah, but this journey together, I'm just not feeling it, guys. I'm not feeling it. I think that the artworks look phenomenal. I've said that time and time again with these sets as they release. And they all seem to go up in value. But again, I can't stress this enough. There are so many opportunities and plays to make in this hobby that you don't have to put so much emphasis on sealed collecting and investing. I feel like people are losing sight of all of the opportunities in this hobby, especially nowadays with just so much emphasis on sealed investing and how you can make a lot of money doing that. And I just saw this video of this guy with a $250,000 collection he had in storage units, and I just thought, this is so ridiculous. You're gonna have storage units that you're paying rent for to store Pokemon products when you could have a collection of slabs or single cards that are worth just as much that don't even take up a closet. That's something that I want to move towards, is the more strategic, tactical style of collecting. I think I'll always be somewhat into sealed buying and collecting. I don't want to necessarily go so far to say investing, because I'm also a hoarder and I do like to collect products and just sit on them. So while I do think that that's a play, the plays that I want to make the most are plays with the single cards and being able to rinse and repeat, buying, grading, buying, flipping, auctioning. That's where I think the instant opportunity and value is created. But to wrap everything up, guys, it is a nice, sweet 15-minute video. I love that. I never accomplished that. To wrap things up, Journey Together looks like a solid set. Honestly, it looks like a great base set. It looks like a phenomenal base set. Like, I can't believe we're getting such a good-looking base set. And the colors of it, the colors of the box kind of remind me like that blue and white and red. It kind of reminds me of like Sun and Moon era a little bit like Cosmic Eclipse vibes. I don't know if anybody else agrees with that, but that's just like what I'm seeing and what I feel about the set. Just at first glance, I get a good feeling, I get a good sense with the aesthetic of the box and the set and the cards in it, but we still don't know everything that's going to be in it. That's going to be even more interesting to see some of the artworks. I might get blown away. I might have to freaking eat my socks after this, because when I'm wrong and they have some amazing SIR or illustration rare that goes to the moon, then I'll admit that I'm wrong, but at least I'll still be able to buy all of those singles because everybody's going to be opening that set when it releases. I made a big mistake. The reason I'm talking about this base set, it's really important to me, is I made a big mistake with Scarlet and Violet base. I bought way too heavily when the set was being leaked, and people thought the set was going to go crazy. One, there was a lot of hype, but two, people were really, really interested in seeing what the next era was going to bring. And I ended up being really disappointed. I overpaid on all of my pre-order cases. The case price almost got cut in half after the set just got distributed and printed into the ground, and the whole distribution changed after that set came out, and we just saw so much of it, and no one can tell me otherwise. Originally, it was not supposed to be like that. You know, the set was supposed to be like a $600-700 case, and then bam, it ended up being like a $450 case. People saying you're never gonna get Scarlet Violet base for $400, $450, $500, and then that ended up being kind of the median price point for Scarlet Violet base for a while. And I ended up having to buy a bunch of Scarlet Violet base just to average my costs down, which sucks. So, and then with Battle Styles, I bought that when it was a no-brainer. Now it's going up in value, but it took several months, and it takes up a ton of space in my garage, and it's a pain in the ass to ship this stuff out, and to store it. So I just think that people are hyping up that avenue way too much, and it's just like, if you like the set, you like the set. Open it, buy the singles, grade them, build your binder, what have you. That's fine. I just don't think people should be freaking out. And I'm really adamant about just wait, see how things go. I want to promote people having as much caution as possible in this hobby so that you can make the best informed decision and not just go off of the influences that you see that are, you know, basically baiting people into views. They're doing giveaways. That's how they bump up the subscribers. They get all these views. They get people really hyping up a set. But that is in the reality, that's a very small portion of this community. The vast majority of this community, and forgive me for speaking for the community as a whole, because I might not have the right to do that at only, 4.5 years back into collecting, but I really think a lot of people think that this set is awesome. Prismatic is awesome. Journey Together is awesome, but I think we can all we can all be in agreement that these sets aren't worth all the hype right now, and that it's worth it to just wait it out, buy the singles you like, and see what happens. If other people are going to be buying in heavily into these sets right off the rip, let them be the guinea pigs. Honestly, some of them are going to do very well, right? People that bought into Surging Sparks are printing money, right? And these are the examples that we don't often see where things move so quickly that you can instantly print, but you're only going to have a short window to buy that kind of product for that price point or get it at pre-order. After that, you're going to sell that stuff and you're going to have to find a new opportunity. And maybe you sell your sealed product and you roll it into another sealed product, and that's how you do it. That's how you're able to make money. But to me, that's a very boring, lackluster way to make money in this hobby. And it can be fun sitting on products, but I just feel like that money is just not getting put to work. And so for me, I like the idea of finding singles, grading them, doing auctions, finding cards for a deal, and then selling them immediately after and making some money. You can call me a flipper in that respect, but I do value being able to bring that money in immediately. I have a family to provide for, I have mouths to feed, bills to pay, and I'm a single income earner for our family. So for me, it's all about keeping that money coming back as soon as possible, while also sustainably being able to collect. In the last couple weeks, I've sold several lots of cards that I made some money on, broke even on, and maybe even lost a little bit on this last one. But it has allowed me to sustainably collect cards back to back that I wouldn't otherwise buy, but I'm basically collecting them for free. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna let you guys go. It's supposed to be 15 minutes. Peace! I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you're thinking of Prismatic Evolutions, this whole release, all of the madness, as well as Journey Together. Are you pre-ordering it? Are you gonna wait? Are you gonna go all in on it? Or are you gonna sit on the sidelines and kind of take caution and wait, see what happens, see if they do a mega reprint of the set, or just distribute more than was supposedly going to be distributed to begin with? Anyways, guys, peace. I hope you enjoyed the video. I enjoyed making it.